Reed looks okay after that knock, by the way. He's running at full pace. Good competitive play in midfield there from Alex. Woodyard's done really well.
Brilliant.
Now it's with Reed. Woodyard once more. Nathan Arnold. He got a chance to stretch his legs here. They're quick to double up on him. Didn't help them any. And Power up in the penalty area, hoping it falls his way. Hawkridge muscled out of it by Joey Barton. Slow to pick himself up. Took a bit of a whack there, the Lincoln player as well. And referee Graham Scott now brings the game back. It's Power on the deck.
Yeah, him and Joey gone for this football. I'm not too sure what actually happened.
I think Danny Cowley certainly knows what he thinks happened.
Yeah, Danny's having a row with their bench. Looked like a foul to me. We'll see a lot better on this replay. Barton going up. No, it's very straightforward. His arm is too far raised. It's obviously caught Power straight across the face. Didn't swing it, you know, like often people do in those kind of situations.
He's made of tough stuff, isn't he, Alan Power, I think. And the travelling fans doing their bit to raise the roof at Turf Moor. Fantastic day out for the fans of Lincoln City.
Amazing, amazing, Simon. It's a fantastic day. I could never have dreamt of this at the start of the season. So they're in the 5th round, and after nearly an hour, Premier League Burnley still 0-0.
Maybe a little early to give it the "who are you" line to the opposition. There is a long way to go. But why not? And they've certainly had something to shout about this season for the first time in a long time, because they haven't done terribly well actually in the National League since they were relegated in 2011. This is the first season where they've looked like they're really going to do something, and already they've got 3 more points now than they had in the whole of last season. So if they can just keep it going, there is every chance that they could get that league status restored. But Alan Power, as you can see, back on his feet and ready to go once more.
There needs to be a lot to stop this guy from coming back on. And he lives up to the name on the back of his shirt. Everywhere in that central midfield, loves to tackle, loves to get involved.
And Alex Woodyard returning the ball to Burnley. A quiet afternoon so far for Tom Heaton in the Burnley goal. Just over half an hour to go. Lincoln keeping Burnley at bay up to now. Which, when you consider the gulf, certainly in terms of the divisions between the clubs, is no mean feat in itself.
It's amazing, actually. We were saying at the top of the show, you know, last week Burnley were here playing Chelsea, top of the Premiership, of course, and this afternoon playing Lincoln, 4 divisions below them.
And Chelsea didn't win the game, and they weren't too unhappy at leaving with a point, are they?
Exactly. They looked very happy actually at the final whistle, Chelsea, to have got away from here without getting beat. Certainly Lincoln have done amazing today, even now as the hour clock just ticks by. Corner to Burnley.
Gets tougher though, doesn't it? With every passing minute, the concentration has to remain at 100%, and I think perhaps the lower down the ladder you go, the harder it is for players to maintain that.
Definitely. That's why they're playing in the lower leagues, you know. That's why they're not playing, some of these Lincoln players playing in the Premiership. There's a flaw in their makeup somewhere.
So Burnley on the front foot here, and I think there was a handball inside the box there.
It was actually.
Officials quick to spot it, whatever it was, and it will be a free kick. Let's have a look here. Well, they're certainly keeping close tabs on Keane, who, despite being, well, after being grabbed, ended up holding the ball. Be careful grabbing players like that in the penalty area, haven't you? The way the rules are these days, as if we're going to have a change shortly. Recent signing Is it the recent signing? Looks as if he's about to come on.
Dale Southwell.
Dale Southwell, yeah. Dale Southwell, who only made his home debut last week in the 3-2 win against Woking.
Interesting actually to see who takes off, because certainly none of the Lincoln players, in my opinion, deserve to be leaving the field.
Forward there by Ashley Westwood, the little flick from Gray, looking for Arfield. And again, it all comes to nothing. You just sense for the first time hints of frustration from the home fans.
Yeah, just a little bit fed up now, the home fans, thinking they're playing against Lincoln in the 5th tier. We should be ahead by now. We certainly should be peppering their goal a lot more. Should be more goal attempts.
Talk about Lincoln dropping out of the Football League. It's good to see Burnley back in the top flight as well in England, because you know, famous old name of the English game, but goodness me, they've been through the mill, haven't they, over the years? Burnley are playing in all of the divisions.
Definitely.
Out of the national spotlight for many a long year over the decades.
I imagine it's been very hard being a Burnley fan, so timing over that period.
Yeah, but really enjoying it this season.
Without doubt.
Oh, and inadvertently there, Matt Reed caught Barton in the face. The pair of them having a row. Reed, you can clearly see, saying that I think he was stamped on, but as he lifted his arm out to his side, Joey Barton walked onto the end of it.
Saying that Barton actually stamped on his feet just off the ball there while they're waiting for this throw-in to be taken. Graham's just right in the middle of it. It's calling Barton and Reed together.
The temperature's just gone up a little bit. We thought this one was going to run between the pair, and it's been reasonably good-natured up to now, but let's have a look here.
Joey just tries to stick his foot out. I think as Matthew Reed puts his hand out to complain to the referee, he actually hits Barton in the face. But I think it was purely accidental. It's not that stupid.
Pantomimes are usually done by this time of year, aren't they? Reed's not happy. We'll leave those two to wind each other up a little bit more as the game continues, as Arnold can't get the ball in. It's Arfield who makes the block. Lincoln have got the throw. Haven't threatened Tom Heaton in the Burnley goal for a little while now in the game.
Not at all in the second half. Heaton's been very quiet.
Well, it looks as if... oh, it's Jack Muldoon who's going to come off. And it's Muldoon who normally comes off the bench, but he was given the start today. And Muldoon, who had a couple of chances in the first half and certainly caused Burnley's defensive problems, is getting a great reception from the travelling fans as he makes way for Dale Southwell to come on, who scored a debut goal in the FA Trophy at Welling in a 3-1 win a couple of weeks ago. So Southwell comes on to see if he can get on the score sheet and write his name into Lincoln City Club history.
Yeah, been a bit unlucky, I think, Muldoon to be substituted. Certainly, I don't think that the Lincoln manager, Danny Cowler, will want to change the shape of the team at all. It's literally like for like. Southwell to go straight up front to replace Muldoon. Here's the long throw.
Off the head of Joey Barton, and Matt Reed was nowhere near him that time. Hook away by Arfield, back in by Hawkridge. That was Keane getting to the ball. The flick there from Southwell, who goes charging after it. Both he and Luke Waterfall were up there for that one.
It's all Lincoln at the moment. Certainly they've been in possession of the football for the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Even though Reed didn't win the ball there against Keane outside the box, he did enough to put Keane off to inadvertently give the ball away when he reached it with his head. Towards the three-quarter mark in this FA Cup tie in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Very, very finely balanced between these two. And I think that 1% chance that Danny Cowley gave his team pre-match has just gone up a few notches, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it has. Simon.
Could change here, though. Could change in an instant. Maybe not, as Ashley Westwood slices that one off the outside of the boot. Not really known for his goal-scoring prowess necessarily, Ashley Westwood. He's popped up with 1 or 2 in the past. Here's the shenanigans between Reed and Barton. Now watch this. Oh, that really was something and nothing,
Purely
wasn't it?
accidental. I'm not so sure there from Joey Barton that he needs to go down on the floor. It's never dull though, is it, when Joey's around? Never dull. Or Matty Reed for that matter.
Inside the last 25 minutes of the game now. And they're looking for a flag, which they get. It's against the sub, Southwell. One in the air by Vokes, header clear by Habergan. Flanagan's looking for Boyd here. Wood is with him, not giving him an inch, and Woodyard scooping it forward. Tarkowski had clearly won the ball there and just turned into trouble, and Nathan Arnold now is away from Flanagan. Well, held off Joey Barton initially, but Barton did enough to enable his colleagues to get back to get the ball away, but they've only half cleared it. In it comes now from Habergan in towards Southwell. Just a little too much height on that one. Now Arnold with the delivery towards Matt Reed, who gets his head on it but can't get the direction.
Good opportunity there for Lincoln. Look at these fans behind the goal. How fantastic have they been in this second half? Great ball in from Arnold. Matty Reed's got a standing jump, really. He really should have given himself a yard or two. But it's all Lincoln.
Yeah, Burnley are preparing to make a change shortly as well. I think Ashley Barnes is preparing to come on. More on that in the next couple of minutes, no doubt. The game's just starting to really open up here as forward goes Andre Gray, and the flag is up straight away.
I was feeling in a game like this that Burnley probably just get one sort of good opportunity. Just offside there, I think. Andre Gray. Yeah, Margin's flag goes up straight away. You just feel that, you know, Burnley get one chance, they'll take it. It would appear that, you know, Lincoln have got to work exceptionally hard to even get an opportunity to score, but they've certainly been the better team in the second half.
But again, isn't that really the difference between the players at the top level and others? If they only need the one chance, don't they?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Header away off Flanagan.
They're just not really creating anything at the moment, Burnley.
But they've weathered that early activity from Burnley, didn't they, Lincoln? They looked as if they were struggling a bit first quarter of an hour of the second half, but now they've just got a second wind. Yeah,
I really thought that Burnley come out second half and really got their act together.
Here's Arnold, still looking to really make a mark on the game. Backed up well by Woodyard, who's battled superbly. Down he goes under the challenge of Boyd, right on the edge of the box. It's gone the other way as Hawkridge flares up with Barton and is then pushed to the floor, I think, by Flanagan. And suddenly everybody on the pitch, it seems, decides they need to throw in their couple of pence worth. But Barton is very much a central figure in what's going on out there at the moment.
No need for it at all. Joey just can't seem to walk away from the bait.
And Bradley Wood, who's quite a feisty character, the fullback from Lincoln, is quick to make his point to Joey Barton too.
I think the assistant on this side is certainly going to have his influence here with the referee, Graham Scott.
Well, he will have been well placed. Still continuing. The referee had given a kick to Burnley. I think Joey Barton gets a yellow card. Let's have a look at this one again, John.
Barton comes over and gets himself involved. Woodyard does really well here. Falls on the floor. He's obviously trying to protect the ball and covering up the ball. Barton's trying to get involved. Certainly Hawkridge steps in. Joey pushes him out of the way.
Hawkridge there, caught in the face by Joey Barton. Clearly raised his arms.
It's actually Flanagan who ends up doing the major part of the push-in.
There.
I mean, that is actually a sending off.
Yeah, he's very lucky to stay on the field having done that. But Flanagan there with the push. It wasn't the push that caused the problem, I think. It was Barton clearly raising his hand to his opponent's face. Well, Joey Barton's treading a very fine line, isn't he now?
Yeah, well, as I said, it's always been the target. It's always somebody that you can wind up very, very easily. And
Ian Wone and Danny Cowley out there from each side as the referee Graham Scott just tries to influence things to put a lid on things before they start to get a little bit too.
I think there's been an altercation actually between the two of those. Once or twice during the first half we saw Danny Cowley and Ian Wone actually having a bit of a confrontation on that halfway line with the fourth official.
Sean Dyche doesn't seem unduly concerned by anything at the moment.
Burnley have got to get their head down and get this match won. That's the first thing they've got to do, not worry about what all these petty incidents all over the pitch.
Yeah, we're over 3/4 of the way through the game now, inside the last 20 minutes of the match, as Boyd flicks it forward again. It doesn't fall for Andre Gray. Nearly, but not quite for Burnley once more. It's broken down for them in the final third so many times today.
They've been very poor in the final third, to be fair.
Barton getting it in the net from the visiting fans. Something which he's well used to. Ricocheting off Westwood in that duel with Power. Burnley still waiting to make that change. It is Ashley Barnes who's going to come on. Sam Vokes will be the player to make way for him. So Vokes is not going to be able to keep up that record of having scored in every round should Burnley continue to progress in the FA Cup.
In respect, Sam Vokes hasn't really got too much to argue with, I think. He's been very ineffective in this game. He just had the one opportunity in the first half that he put over the crossbar. I don't think there's too many players from the Burnley team at the moment that deserve to stay on the pitch. They've been very, very, very average.
Ashley Barnes then on. Got a penalty at Watford a couple of weeks ago in the league. And comes off the bench for the third time in the Cup this season. A delayed start to the campaign. He was injured in the autumn. Didn't really start playing until the back end of October. But Sean Dyche there clearly signalling that he wants a bit more. He wants a bit more invention and creativity. He wants his team to get this one done at the first time of asking. Heaton there just watches that on sale beyond the far post as Darricois is nudged over the line by Reed.
I have to say, this last 15 minutes, Simon, has just been all been considered. It's all been taking place in the Burnley half of the pitch.
Well, this is a fantastic effort from Lincoln, and their fans are absolutely loving it. How they would love to see the ball drop into that net right in front of where they are. Well, here's one that they've clearly worked on the training ground as they're lined up round the penalty spot, but the execution still needs a little bit of work. Here's Nathan Arnold now, faced by Boyd. And Arnold asked a little too much of himself. Darricois able to come across.
In the box, and he had the chance to put it in there. Poor corner in the first place, but when the ball's come back to him, he needs to deliver it. He's got two centre-halves that come all the way up here. Not even had a chance to chase the ball.
Here we go, into the box once more. They're claiming a handball. No, says the referee. And Burnley get it away.
It looked like it hit a Burnley player there on the hand. Dropped down, obviously no intention, but certainly looked like a handball.
It's up now with Reed. Lincoln enjoying a good spell in the game here now. Cut out by Darricois. Here's Westwood, away from Power. It's now Flanagan and Boyd. We're about to head into the final 15 minutes of this one. Still, we await our first goal. What an effort from Lincoln of the National League here against Burnley of the Premier League as Arnold chases and Flanagan beats him to the ball. Straight out of play from Tom Heaton, though.
Cheers from the Lincoln fans behind the goal.
Here's that incident again, John.
Well, it hits Keane, but I'm not too sure. Everyone else in the ground seemed to think it was a handball.
Hawkridge trying to find a little bit of space. Habergan. He's got Alex Woodyard, who's really putting in a shift in midfield. Joey Barton digs it out, looks for Andre Gray, and they marshalled him well.
Apart from that one chance in the first half from Andre Gray, he's been almost non-existent. He had a half chance in the second half that he got on the end of.
Here comes Southwell now, the substitute. And he's had to come up with something pretty special to score from that scenario.
Keep the ball, son, keep the pressure on.
Inside the final 15 minutes of the match, and Lincoln City, from the 5th tier of English football, holding Burnley of the Premier League on their own ground.
You've got to say something, they've been the better team, without any question.
Boyd, but you say, John, you can't help but think that Burnley will get a chance or two between now and the final whistle. Darikwa. Tussle there just outside the penalty area, and Sean Raggett's been penalised.
A little bit fortunate here, Andre Gray.
Gray, I think it was 6 of one and half dozen of the other.
Definitely.
Gray had hold of Raggett's shirt before the Lincoln player returned the favour. But this is a very good, promising scenario from Burnley's point of view, isn't it? A free kick from this sort of position. Could be a test here for Paul Farman.
Well, Barton tends to like these types of free kicks. It looks like every intention of having a shot at goal.
When they came off the bench in his return to the club not so long ago, came off the bench in his first game back and scored against Southampton. Can he make the breakthrough? Makes final calculations. Here it comes. And the header from Ashley Barnes, no problem whatsoever on this occasion for Paul Farman.
I think everyone, including myself, thought that Barton was going to have a direct shot on goal. Tends to clip it into the back post, but Barnes doesn't do very well with it.
Tarkowski's going to get a free kick now following that challenge. And Burnley getting a bit bogged down in this game, having seen off Sunderland and Bristol City in the 2 previous rounds without conceding. They haven't conceded today, but they really looked as if they were about to find the back of the net. But they're on the front foot now. Time for a twist or a turn in this cup tie as Ashley Westwood sends it into the air. Ashley Barnes tries to bring it under control. Suddenly surrounded by green-shirted Lincoln defenders. Wood straining every sinew to get to the ball to head it away. It's a long old chase, but Tarkowski able to get there first ahead of the fresh-legged Southwell. Away by Keane, and Darikwa can scoot off down the far side. He's got support from Scott Arfield nearby if required. Darikwa up against Hawkridge. Can't find a way through. It's been the story of the match so far for Burnley. Nice little interchange with Arfield. Here's a chance. Scuffed by Andre Gray. The block made by Farman. Still it's not clear. Ashley Westwood tries to flick it back in, but before George Boyd can get there, it's cleared away, albeit for a Burnley throw.
It's the first time we've had any real pressure from Burnley in this second half. It's all down to Darikwa down the right-hand side, falls to Boyd, then Westwood. Gray really should have done better with that opportunity. Didn't get good contact. Westwood in there trying to get a shot on goal.
Terry Hawkridge is going off now for Lincoln, and I think Joe Ward, who's on loan from Brighton and Hove Albion, will be coming on to replace him. So Ward is on for the final 10 minutes.
Well, who'd have thought Lincoln 10 minutes away from taking this Premier League side back to Sinsel Bank for a replay.
What a night that would be. The atmosphere, certainly at the last round, the fourth round against Brighton, was fantastic. The
I was
place
there
was
too. Amazing.
rocking to its foundations. Pure, unadulterated joy from the Lincoln faithful. And nobody there to collect that pass. Nine minutes plus added time to come. Tarkowski. Flicked header on towards Barnes. Luke Waterfall makes sure it doesn't reach him. Reed goes for it with Westwood. Well won by the Burnley midfielder. Bit of space here now for Flanagan. Here's Arfield.